the fact of the matter is that you cannot, as I said, you cannot cure these propagandists. They are like, I call them the Rakt Beej. That every drop of blood spawns more of the same. And, one needs to demolish their WhatsApp university propaganda in three parts. One, right from, as we were discussing, the fake church attacks narrative and running selective hate trackers that so many people, including Swati of Swarajya, have demolished. Media has almost perfected the selective outraging and scaremongering. For example, we know who Akhlaq was, right? 2015, and it happened. Akhlaq, who was lynched because of beef being found with him on him. But do we know who was Banu or Khitaram Bheel? Do we know who was Savant Rathod? Do we know who was Vidhu Jain or Ayub or Farooq? Do we know who Farooq was? Do we know who Bharat Yadav was, who was lynched in 2019 after being called a kafir? So ask yourself why we don't know the names of these victims of Muslim hate crime lynching. Why? You see, these gangrenous selectivists were totally silent on more than 110, 120 Muslim mob hate attacks on Hindus and Muslims over the past year, including in Ranchi, by the way, where a mob segregated. I emphasize on the word, they segregated bus passengers based on their religion before wanting to set it on fire. But none of these attacks have elicited any condemnation by these so-called activists. Why? That itself tells you that they are selective propagandists. Number two, and as for such violence being mainstreamed by BJP politicians, look, of course it is condemnable. When such instances, of course, any sensible person would say it is downright condemnable. But again, these fake activists only highlight selectively. For example, they never outrage on the BSP selecting as a candidate a man who offered 51 crores to anyone who beheaded Charlie Hebdo journalist, or when Mehbooba Mufti selects a rape accused as a candidate, or condoles the death of Vani the terrorist, or when rape accused bishop is welcomed on streets of Jalandhar by the church officials and believers, or when the ex-vice president presents an award to the PFI chief, or when a Congress MLA says he won't work for Dalits as they didn't vote for him, or when Congress Harish Rawat says those who kill a cow should go to Pakistan, or when an SP legislator slaps a woman entering Haji Ali, or when a Congress legislator marches in support for hanging Kamlesh Tiwari, or when Yasin Malik is celebrated by Manmohan Singh, or when tens of thousands collect for funerals of terrorists, then it is not mainstreaming of violence. Finally, the third point, you see, in 2013, 5 Dalits were raped every day. The crime rate against Dalits in Kerala is higher than even the national figure according to NCRB. There was a 17% increase in crimes against Dalits under UPA 2. So the crime increased, but intolerance did not. Was Manmohan Singh mainstreaming violence? See, we must understand, to solve this problem, we have to first deal with it objectively.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.